here. So like when it happens once or twice, maybe it's a coincidence. But this is like literally the sixth time. So I mean,
Most of the time he's on the road, like he's always moving. So I think that's the problem.
No, for today's one, he's not at the room. He has to stay today. He promised to stay one place today. He said we're all going there.
His PO is telling you stay one place and you believe him.
Today is good. Today he promised us that he will stay one place. He's
He
not going
tells
to
you
account
he
for
will
that.
stay one
So
place, you will believe him.
I don't want to believe that he did not stay one place. He promised us that today that he has us today. So it's just that frustrating.
I've sent him a request and I'm trying to even invite him as a speaker, but I can't find. But he's on the space. I can see him here.
Is there someone close to him that has a Twitter account that can come on while we if he has to talk to that person?
Okay, please, yeah, please.
Yeah, if there's someone that has a Twitter on the next time.
Let me speak to you.
Yeah, sir, please do that, sir. We're trying to see if he can request through someone else's account. Please, guys, do not request the
Yes.
mic, please.
Oh, I think that's better. And he's right here, but I don't know. I think it's his. I think it's his network or possibly his own its own internet, its own Twitter.
Sarah, can you see N6?
I've not checked for N6. Let me check.
I
Let me
can't see
check for
N6.
N6.
I've been searching for N6. N6 is not.
N6 just messaged me that he can see PO.
He's here. I can see PO too. His PO is right here. But I don't know. Like I've sent him a request. I've sent him the mic. I don't know what the problem is. He's on the space.
So that means like say they don't spoof your own network too. That's what you did. So now. Looking at the N6, and it's not showing N6 is on any space.
I don't suppose someone around PO could get him to host the space. Could they?
That also works. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
that could work. That could work. You can text him too. Sorry, I'm trying to scroll through again. Now everybody has changed their names. I'm seeing like 3 Peter Obis on this phone. I can't see N6. N6 is not here.
So, are you in Nigeria?
That's a security question. You know that, right?
So the reason I was asking was because of the network. Like, yeah, in hindsight, that was a dumb question to ask, but but that's why I was asking.
I can't see N6 is not on the space, but PO is here. PO is on the space. I think the best we can do is let him host the space. I don't know.
I agree.
Possibly is from his end. It's his
Yeah, I mean,
Twitter.
he can host or
I've told him that option also. I told him to host the space.
or
If he can host the space, but he's saying let him see if he can. If it's not possible,
or he can. Is there anyone next to him that has a Twitter account?
yeah.
Yes, there
Can
are
you see any?
people
Can you
around
see?
him.
Can you see any requests now apart from one request?
Yeah, it's just one request, one Keaton. Let me see.
No. Just one request, right?
It's just one request. There's only one request on the space right now.
Yes, it's only a Keaton.
Uh-huh.
N6, if you can hear us, nobody can see on this space. So N6 say he can see PO. So
Okay, I've sent him a speaker invite. Now let him accept it.
you're
I've
sent
sent
to PO.
PO. Yes. Let him accept it. I've sent Pure a speaker invite. Oh, who can I call? That's going to be close to me. Let me call Michael Jude. I can't find my small phone. I've sent Pure a speaker invite. I don't know.
This is frustrating, bro.
I've sent him a speaker invite. This is the third time I'm sending him. I can see him here. I'm sending him speaker invite.
Let me see. I can see Joe Obedient just requested the mic, so probably let me see if Joe Obedient has the solution to this. Oh man. Let's keep trying. I don't know what to say.
I've sent him speaker invite. And he's on this space. He's here. He's right here.
Why can't I see him? Can you screenshot?
I can see him.
Please screenshot your listen. Let me see and send it to me, please.
Send you a screenshot.
Saddam, I can't see him.
Saddam, Otumba, and Sarah, turn off your locations. Turn off your locations under Twitter. Turn off your locations and try again.
Okay. My location is off. So it's up.
He's not referring to your GPS location. He's referring to the location in your Twitter settings.
Yeah, it's on Never.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And if someone else can, I'm not sure if there's someone with PO, he needs to turn off his location, because the only way they can figure wherever he is out to affect his network or app will be knowing his location. So if his location is up, or if he has a VPN, he can easily connect. I totally believe this is what is going on right now. But if someone can just help him with that, just to eliminate that fact out.
People are saying he keeps coming off and coming on.
But right now he's even
clearly his connection is being attacked. This is very obvious to me, and we've seen this happen.
Saddam, I'm sorry guys. Let's try this. Sarah, you can see him. Please start a space. Just start a blank space, and he should join that space. Let's see if it's a Saddam thing.
Okay.
Yes, please.
I want to take a screenshot.
Then David, you can also do the same thing. If David, I don't know if you can see him. If anybody that can see him can start a space. Any of us that can see him can start a space and invite him. Let's see. Then please, he should try and update his Twitter app. I know this happens when Twitter has a new update. Check for an update.
Pretty sure he has automatic updates on. So
he needs to go out, then go to his DMs, then from the speaker invite, click on that speaker invite and join again. I think that's the best option. Go out of the space, because he's currently on the space. He needs to go out, then check his DMs for the speaker invite, and then click on that speaker invite and join the space again.
Man, this is crazy, honestly. Jimmy, are you there now?
Yep, I'm here.
I think you give us a music break. Let us
Oh,
while we wait for our chairman.
of course, of course. 1 minute. Let me get a playlist real quick. This place go hold today. Now play then they play.
No, N6 is also not here. I still can't find him.
Sarah, have you done what Jimmy suggested with the blank space?
Oh, I didn't know I was muted. I said yes. That's what I'm even trying to do now.
Sarah, I guess your block list is preventing some people from getting on the space, Sarah. So,
Saddam, somebody said there's a way you can send. I don't know if it's possible. If it's possible to send a co-host to someone that's not on the space, so co-host invite. I've never seen it, but somebody just sent it
yeah,
to my.
you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't. Yeah, the person has to be actively engaged on your space before you can. Yeah, I can.
So that's the normal song, eh? Now our whole remix with this one.
Jimmy,
Yeah, go on, Saddam.
I think I was saying if you could play that sound beat you played for us yesterday, that's his interview. I think if you could do that breakdown for us while we wait for him, it would be
Oh
amazing.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. May I hear our people first? We'll carry on with that one. All right.
Yes. Hi guys. Sorry, Saddam. So I just spoke to him on WhatsApp, and MJ is going to Michael Judy is going to try and use. So I sent them a direct link. So also, Madam Aisha said she has also been having that issue. Aisha Yusuf, she said she's also trying to come on the space. So I've also sent her the link. So right now he's even speaking on Zoom. So he said I should also send to Michael Jude. So they'll try to use that speaker link and just join in directly. So let's see if that's going to work. So they have actually gone out of the space now. Now they're going to use that.
Sarah, are you there? Okay. Jimmy, continue, please.
People will say, hey, wait a minute. I'm telling the youths that are here, It is your future that they are toying with. I have children, I have kids. I have 2 lovely children that are graduates. Somebody told me just yesterday, he said to me, my friend Chida, we were going somewhere, and I was telling him about the text my daughter sent to me. I wish I read that type of text to you and you will understand. And somebody said to me, oh, I saw your son going to, that one was in Vietnam. He was going to run somewhere. He said he's going for interview for job. Peter, can't you give him a job? Peter, can't you do this? The boy doesn't even have, I said, none of my children have car. I was the only person who is governor and bank chairman, not to them. Nobody elected them one. They have to look for a job. They have to do what they need to do. Hello?
There we go. He's here. Finally.
Here we go.
Your Excellency is here.
Thank
Finally.
Can you guys?
Finally.
Can you
Let's show him
guys?
some love. Let's show him some love.
Let me.
Jimmy, wait.
Let me start
Get
by.
somebody ready to pick up.
Can you guys hear me? Hello, everybody.
Jimmy, wait. He gets
Okay,
somebody
is
ready
here.
to
Oh,
this.
PO is here, please. I've added him now.
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to start this show from Afre. Request the mic back. Peter is here. So, guys, sir, can you hear us, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Sorry for the frustration, sir.
Thank you so much, David.
Hello. Let me first start by most sincerely apologizing to all of you. I wish it's something you can see me. I need to kneel down and apologize to all of you. It's a nightmare trying to get by. At the time, I was meant to believe, David, that there must be something wrong. There must be conspiracy or something here. But thank God we got there and everything. So I sincerely apologize. Mine for us is just to have what I can call a sort of a family meeting to be able to reassure everybody that we remain on course in this journey. That is going to be a difficult, tedious, painful journey, but that we must all remain on course. It is not going to be easy, but this is what we've committed to. We're all committed that we must change the situation of our country. We all regret being part of this situation, very shameful situation we found ourselves today. And in order to change it, we must remain on course. We must remain strong. I know how painful, how depressed most of you are. But if you check what we've been able to achieve in just a year, imagine what will happen if we remain on course for a few years. Right now, we're in the courts. The tribunal is going on well. I can't predict what the outcome will be, but I'm very optimistic the outcome will be okay, because even the judges themselves are on trial. I just plead that all of us remain peaceful, law-abiding, making sure that whatever we do, whatever we say, stays within the rule of law, what is allowed within the law. I assure you, in the end, the God that is seeing the pain and suffering of Nigerians will see us through. I'm very upbeat about that. I know how difficult it is for me personally and what I'm going through personally, but we must continue. I know most of you have questions on this. Please, if there's anything you want me to clarify, please feel free.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. It's a pleasure having you here on the platform. I must say that for the past couple of weeks, obedience, your supporters that have carried this whole your message behind your back, that have done a whole lot of hard work for you, for the movement for a new Nigeria, have been feeling let down by the system. The system has crushed a whole lot of us, and we have found we're at that point whereby we have been looking for a voice to listen to you, to hear you speak, and I think you came at the very right time. So people are here, they want to ask you questions, and we want to make sure that everybody can talk to you, Nigerians can talk, your people can talk to you, they can ask you questions as much as possible. But we cannot open the floor to everyone. So guys, if you're listening to us on the platform right now, you're welcome to the Power Facts space with Peter Obi. Please, if you have a questions for him, just go straight to the comment section. Use the hashtag Peter will be on Parallel Facts. You have to use the hashtag, and we'll be reading your questions for those that we cannot bring up here. But we're going to try our best to bring up as many people as possible. And if you're up here, please keep your questions as short as possible. We are not going to allow any question beyond a minute so that we can take as many as possible. You all know how much people want to speak to him, how much people want to interact with him. We're going to give all our people a chance to speak and talk to the man today. So thank you, sir. It's a pleasure sharing this platform with you. David, my brother, thank you. N6, I cannot see you. Please request the mic. I don't know what to do anymore. I've done my best to try and bring you up here. So I'm gonna yield the mic right now to David. David, if you have a question for our guy, you can start. If not, I think we can start allowing people come up here to ask him questions. I'll let him interact with the people. If not, David, I will yield the mic to you right now. Thank you.
So I would actually like to pass him across to the audience, so to speak, as quickly as possible. But I guess the one I don't know if to call it a question or a clarification that I would like to ask for the benefit of the audience is with regard to the status of the actual petition in courts. And the reason I'm asking this question is that because of the news that emerged on Friday, the flurry of judgments across different courts regarding the purported swearing ceremony on Monday, there's several pieces of misinformation and disinformation swirling around, and there are a number of people who seem to be under the impression that the judgments delivered last week somehow have some sort of a bearing on the subsisting issue at the Presidential Election Tribunal. So I just like Peter Obi himself to officially clarify what is happening and debunk some of these narratives, so that we can sort of sing from the same crib sheets going forward.
Well, while we cannot say, I won't say what is up, the actual position of what will be the outcome of our case filed in the tribunal. But remember that we have several issues which we're asking the tribunal to be able to deal with. Number one, David, being the issue of the constitutional interpretation of the 25% of FCT. It is a constitutional issue, and that is a critical one. The others being some other issue of what we're dealing with INEC, being able to show the infractions in the process. That is, as we start going on with trial, which will commence on Tuesday, people will see what our case is hinged on. I will say what the decision of the court will be, because ours is to present our case. Decision is theirs. And I believe that they're two on trial. It is not going to be easy, but all I'll say is that we're committed to it and we're going to be there. It's going to take a while, maybe within the next 1 or 2 months. The problem people have is that all of us believe that after inauguration, it will be impossible to get justice. But I always keep reminding people that I went through it for 3 years and somebody was in office. Eventually, I got justice. I went through it in course of my life. I've had to upturn and come back with 3 governors. I did it when I won an election in 2003 and stayed for 3 years. When I was impeached, somebody else took over as the governor. Again, I was able to overturn my impeachment, which the court said was wrongly impeached, and came back, and they conducted the election, and I went for tenure interpretation. Eventually, I was again able to come back from that situation. So for me, really, it is a case where all we need is, let's go through it, believing in the rule of law, that the law will prevail, that will get justice. If in the end is otherwise, all I can assure you is that not at any time will I, in this process or in this journey, either compromise or be part of what is wrong. For me, the process is everything. The process through which people get everywhere, it must be far more fundamental than what they do thereafter. So I'm committed to it, and I believe that all of us can stay in it.
Thank you very much, sir. All right, thank you. I think I would like to follow up, because many people come and they reach out to me and they say, Saddam, P.O. always say he has gotten justice before in the courts, but the courts then and the courts now are not the same. That there are different, and that the courts now, and I'm like, probably when you come on this platform, you can explain to the people to understand why, if you had faith in the court then, when many people did not have faith in the court, and many people do not have faith now also in the court, why you still...
Well, people think I only went to court when I was in politics. No, I've actually gone to court as a private citizen. I sued federal government of Nigeria when they banned used vehicle in Nigeria. I sued federal government of Nigeria because then I was a private citizen. And I sued them and I said, nobody who can afford new vehicle buys a used one. You cannot stop people from buying what they can afford. I sued the system. It was police when they banned Molu in Lagos. It was on the same condition. I said, listen, you can't just see somebody who can afford Molu. Everybody wants an air-conditioned vehicle. So unless we challenge that, we cannot say, as they have faith in judiciary. And if they fail, they are part of this system we're trying to change. Nobody's going to be free if anything goes wrong. Anarchy consumes everybody. We've seen everybody end up in IDP camp in various parts of the world. including the high and mighty. So it's not going to. What we are saying here is that we want to make the system better. Today, everybody is unsafe in the country.
Are we struggling to have you, sir?
Yes, I'm here. So for me, let's go through it. The judiciary might seem to have changed, but I still believe in it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. And before I go on, please, I just want to make a passionate plea. Please, if you're on the comments, if you can see my co-host N6, David, please help me check if you can see N6, please. It will be a pleasure to bring up N6 here. If you can see N6 if you're on the space and you can see N6, please let me know. Just hit me up on the comment section so I can bring you up to bring him up here. All right. I think let's open up the space for Nigerians to interact with our presidential candidate. Guys, please. Retweet the space. Let people know that Peter Obi is live on the Parallel Facts right now. And we can use the hashtag Peter Obi on Parallel Facts to ask questions, because that is the only way we can read questions. We have close to 3,000 comments on the comment section, and I cannot read all those questions. So it is important that we get you guys using the hashtag. Please, guys. Thank you. All right, let's take the first speaker for the day. If you're up here also and you want to ask a question, please, your hands should be up. So we can take a queue. If not, we have to drop and bring other people up. Thank you. All right, Madam Mary White, you have the space, please. Okay, Jimmy, sorry, please. Let's take a lady, then I'll come to you, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, Mary White, you have the space, please, in a minute. Thank you.
Okay, good evening, sir. It's good to talk to you today. My question is, sir, your energy level, your worker level is next to none. So my question to you, what I mean is that today you're in London. The same day, it's likely you'll be in Nasarawa, and the other day you are in another state, and you still maintain this high energy. And as a young person, to me, I'll be honest to you, I'm kind of envious. So for me is, what is your secret? And before you can answer the question, I have a bigger fan here in the name of my mom who just wants to say hi for a few seconds.
Hello, good afternoon, Your Excellency, Mr.
Good
Peter.
afternoon, Mom.
I am a concerned Nigerian, and I am
Thank you.
100% obedient.
Thank you, Mom.
We, the people, are solidly behind you.
Thank you,
and
Mom.
We pray that God will help us reclaim our mandate.
Well, Mom, we're committed to it. And I'm sure God that is seeing the pain and the suffering of people in this state will help us to stop this criminality that our nation is going through today.
Victory is
and I'm
ours.
sure it will happen.
Yes, and I say victory is ours. Nigeria is our country. Nigeria is our country, and Nigeria must survive.
It must.
Long live the obedience. Long live the obedience. Long live you, Mr. President. My president.
Thank you. Thank
Long
you.
live the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
My sister, I don't have any other energy that's better than you have. All I do is that we must be able to fight this, and I can tell you, it is the energy in you, the obedience that are committed in what we're doing. For me, like I keep saying, my desperation is to see Nigeria work. Not to be the president, but to see it work. And I know it can work. We can have this pool of talented, committed people and allow criminals to hijack the process. Look at what we are going through. Look at the waste. If you see the struggle now to be anything, look at the amount of money we wasted going through election, spending over $1 billion to conduct an election that nobody will in any way assess as one. Look at even the cancelled so-called census, We haven't even started. We spent a fortune before we can. So we can't go on like this, where people have taken the only thing that thrives in this country today is criminality, and they can't continue. So I'm pleading for all of us to stay on course. It's you that is giving me the energy, your support, your belief in this movement that is giving me the energy.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, Jimmy can come in now with your question.
Right. Good day, Your Excellency. I don't really have any question. I just want to say one or two things. I just want to express my sincere gratitude and to let you know, right, that we, the obedient, we are right behind you. Total support. Hmm? But
Thank you.
this is the warning I actually want to pass to you, sir. Please eat well. Hmm? Morning, afternoon, and night. Don't break anyone. Don't say you want to fast. Eat well. We don't want a malnourished president. We don't want you staggering when you want to take
No.
over.
Thank you
Eat
very much.
well.
Thank
Take
you.
your medication. Stay healthy. We need a healthy president. We don't want a
Thank
shaky
you.
president. Please.
Thank you very much.
And sir, please, I beg, do not apologize on our behalf again. Biko. Don't.
Well,
Because we are with all due respect, 1 minute. We are dealing with demons. We will handle them. Let us handle. You do your own political thing. Don't worry. Do the whole briefcase thing. Shake them. Talk to them. We go handle them. Iron sharpeneth iron. We go handle them. Don't worry. It is politics. We will handle them.
Let me plead on that one. Let me plead on that one. Let me plead on it.
All right.
You know, we're trying to change the system. You know, when people say that I apologize, they mention that the other people don't apologize. What I would plead with you is to know that we're trying to change a system, and we must believe that when we're wrong, we will say we're wrong. When we do things that are not right, we'll. So apologizing is the part of that new Nigeria we want to build. Being respectful is part of it. Being this is part of it. We can disagree with our fathers. There's nothing wrong in that. But when we do, we'll still apologize to them. Even if they're wrong, we'll still apologize to them because they're fathers. There's a lot of respect and everything. I can assure you, we'll go on doing that. It's not going to change. And I'm not saying, I know what the obedience, I know what all of us are going through. Nobody has seen me defend it. I believe that you're the right course because nobody can go through what people are going through in Nigeria today. You'll be lucky if you remain sane. It's enough to drive anybody to insanity. It turn themselves into robots and everything. Do the right thing. The country must survive.
Okay, sir. So if you want to apologize, you can apologize on your own behalf. See, obedient, You
Okay. Okay.
And leave us because if you say
No, I take that. Apologies will be on my behalf.
behalf,
on behalf of the family. It will be on behalf of just strictly Mr. Peter Obi.
Because if
the family is not included.
If it's on behalf of Obi, you go apologize, Taya. If you do this one here, I go whip another one, Raimo court. You go just apologize. They go. So on behalf of you
don't
apologize, no problem.
You don't do it, Jimmy. Thank you.
Move forward, guys. Please don't come here and ask any questions about the ongoing court case. Please do not do that because it's still in court. We don't want a situation whereby you'll be speaking about what is not actually meant to be spoken of. So please keep your question very simple, short, and straightforward. Thank you very much. Back to you now, Saddam. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother Jimmy. Thank you, sir. And that's just one part of the movement you have not been with, you have not spoken to. So you see that, I think he speaks for majority of us. Please, Just going forward, I'm happy that you came up here and say you can only speak for Mr. Peter Obi and Obedient Movement. We're on our own. We're fighting this fight on our own because we ran for these elections using you. So please, you shall.
I've always said that, and I've always said people, even when I was campaigning, you see where David will say something, they'll say, David is this. I say, listen, David is on his own. He's even this. They say I studied this. I said, these people even disagrees with me. And that is the new family we want to build, where people can assert themselves and say, you're wrong, because I'm not perfect. I'm not consistently wrong, and I apologize where I am. But I want us to build a family where we can be together, believe, even when we're talking about new Nigeria, people say, oh, Peter Obi can do it. I said, no one person can do it. I won't do it alone. If we had succeeded, we would have sat down and bring the best people on board. And all of us will go into it and try to change it. And if we find anybody wanting, we won't even take 1 second to throw the person overboard and move on with another new person, because this must work.
Thank you very much, sir.
I work in a system where I've always had people challenge me. In my 8 years of being governor, go ask any commissioner who work with me, they don't sit very close to me. They all disagree with me. People will walk into my office and say, how can your commissioner be talking like this? Ask him to do something, say that I'm coming from the governor. He said he doesn't know who is the governor. I said, because he's the commissioner. We are all co-partners in this struggle. All I assure you that you will not find me wanting. My style may appear to be a little bit weak and everything. And I always tell people, humility is not weakness. It is a virtue. There's nothing wrong in saying I'm sorry. And I'll continue to say I'm sorry. But we'll get there. As long as I don't do what is wrong or offend the family, I have to add a bit of my own style. And I allow other people to do theirs as well. And if there's a place where we need to sit down and discuss, we'll discuss as a family.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Okay, let's take more people in the conversation right now. Guys, if you want to ask questions, I'll be taking questions from the comment sections and using the hashtag Peter Obi on Parallel Facts. That is the hashtag we're trending today, and that's what we'll be asking questions from. So please, if you ask any questions, use that hashtag behind it. If not, I won't be able to read your questions. So please, very important to use the hashtag Peter Obi on Parallel Facts. Thank you, guys. All of you on the platform right now, you can retweet the space, you can share the space, let people know that our president is up here and he's speaking. So I'm going to take the next question. Let's take a lady right now. Madam Clarita, you've been here for long, so I'm going to give you a minute to ask your question. Thank you very much. You have a minute now.
Thank you, Emir Saddam. Good evening, sir. It's a pleasure to have you on the space, and it's crazy to see the number of people who have joined the space. I'm going to keep my questions short. I have two questions. The first question is, following the unfortunate outcome of the presidential election, we have seen some Western governments who are, supposed to uphold democracy, validating the unconstitutional outcome of this election. How does that make you feel? And my second question is, your decision to run under the Labour Party, inspired a lot of young people to take the bold step into politics, myself included. I contested for the House of Reps seat for Oguja Yala federal constituency, and it was my first time, contesting for any electoral office. Yeah, but it was a very unpleasant experience, to watch the very flawed electoral process, especially as a young woman. It was very demoralizing. And I just wanted to ask if you have any words of advice, because I believe I
My
speak
sister,
for, yes, a lot of
don't
young
be
people.
demoralized. Don't be demoralized. Once we finish this court section, I'm going to start moving around and touring, where I'll have opportunity to meet people like you. This year, everything went into a rush. Don't be demoralized. change is a very difficult thing because we're trying to bring a change. Remember, when you try to bring a change, you have for enemy all those who live off the old order. Even those you're trying to better their life, because they're not sure whether you will succeed, are on the fence. So bringing a change is a very difficult thing. I've been in this process. I contested an election in Anambra State after I had 3 years of campaign, spending a fortune of my own resources. I was in court for 3 years. I used to come to court even alone. Nobody is going to be there with you. And then, of course, 6 months into it, I was impeached for doing the right thing. For doing the right thing. If I give you number one item where I was impeached, was because my own office as governor, the budget to refurbish it, approved budget, from my predecessor was 292 million naira, and I spent only 43 million renovating it, and the house, because they were to benefit from it, said I didn't go through the due process. And that was my number one reason for being impeached. Number two item, and that's where I was same thing. They had a budget of 481 million naira, 86 million naira to refurbish, to rebuild and refurbish the governor's lodge, which is my own lodge, where I'm supposed to live. I did everything with 81 million naira. And on these two items, I was impeached for doing the wrong thing. When I presented my case in the court, everybody was. So, if you're going through this, it is a difficult, painful thing. But it's not going to be easy. It's going to be difficult. Look at what is happening today, where people stay 4 years in office and leave office, saying they will build a house for them in the capital, build a house for them in Abuja, build a house for them in their village. So if I'm governor of Anambra State, they'll build a house for me in Oka, build it in my village, build it for me in Abuja, and pay me where they change my cars every 2 years or every 3 years. So when I said to people that Anambra State have not bought me a bottle of Coke since I left, people are saying, you're crazy, you're useless, you're this. At times, even your family members are questioning, what are you doing? Are you the only human being? So it is difficult. But remember, we believe that we must change this because we're on the right course. Otherwise, we'll consume everybody. So please, do not be deterred. Do not be demoralized. I know you've spent your time, your energy, your resources. It is difficult, but don't go away.
All right, thank you very much, sir. I think I'm having a glitch trying to unmute my mic. So let's go on. Mr. Benjamin, you have the space, please, in a minute, please. Guys, and let's keep our questions just one, please. We have plenty of people that want to ask questions, so let's just drop one question, frame your mind for just a question and ask a question, and we can keep the conversation rolling. Thank you, Mr. Benjamin. Have the minute, please. Thank you.
Thank you, host. Your Excellency, my President-elect, Mr. Peter Obi, this is Benjamin Mayor Emedan. I want to say thank you for the opportunity to be part of this great program today. I don't have any question for you, sir. If I'm asking you questions as if I don't know what is going on in the obedient movement, I just want to come here and give you the accolade that you deserve. Do not forget, 1 year and a day, making it today, the day you left PDP, and we all followed you to Labour Party. And since that 1 year, you have given birth to children, you are giving birth to people in politics, which we normally refer to as new breed. And we hope in the nearest future, this will be part of the change, the agent of change that you have created.
And I just want you to know is that the journey that you are embarking on, you are not on it alone. We all started all this together. We are with you till the end. Do
Thank
not be
you.
afraid. Do not be afraid. Anything, anyhow, we did. You know, you didn't send letter to us to come and ask us to join you. We join your movement voluntarily because we know
Thank
that is
you.
the only way we can save this country. So
Thank you.
anybody telling us we can't do it, we can do it. We believe in you. We have thrown you up and down. We set you. There is no single of corruption traced back to you while you were in government, even as a private citizen. This is one of the most important things that we need in a politician that will become a president of a country. That's the reason why most of us who also have that part, who have that mind to say this is what we can do and beat hand on our chest. That's the reason why we are supporting you, sir. Like I said,
Thank,
I have no question. Be rest assured,
thank you.
take your
And
medication,
please,
eat your food, you are healthy.
thank you very much. But and I also plead with all of you, if there's anything you think I'm not doing right, please feel free to tell me. Know that I'm a human being. I make my own mistakes and everything. There might be things that I've done in the past or I'm doing that is not right. Please tell me. If it's something that I need to explain, I'll explain my reason for doing it and all that. All I assure people is that I will not knowingly. I'm one person who has sworn with my life and my children that I will never knowingly,
Yes, yes.
knowingly
Yes, Your Excellency.
do
We
anything
have,
that is wrong or
yes, Your
take
Excellency.
government
We,
money.
we, we have
So
it. We
for
have a sheet.
me, please don't be advising me from. We must be a family that advises each other, tell each
Yes, sir.
other when you're wrong.
Yes,
Especially, I
sir.
want to hear bad news always.
So we don't have bad news. We have what they call virulent space. There, we'll be able to criticize ourselves and correct ourselves. That is what we're doing
Thank
there,
you.
sir. So if you have done anything wrong, just like what my brother said, Jimmy, we say stop apologizing on our behalf because we have this thick skin that we put on anything that come on social media with the chest and nothing they happen. All of us did here. So anything that
Yeah.
has to do whether you are doing well, whether you are not doing well, we always have a way to communicate with you, sir. The people on
Thank you.
that virulent space will not they say because say is preferential will give me a preferential treatment. We are looking for a way to repair Nigerian. That is what you have started. You cannot go away from it, and that is what we are all doing. We tell people to the face, this is what you have done, and this is wrong, sir. So as of the moment, I can tell you categorically, you have not done anything wrong so far. You only apologize on our behalf as a father that you are. We can understand that. But there are some people that does not deserve your apology. Thank you. I rest my case, sir.
Thank you.
Saddam, real quick before you go ahead, sir, let me use this opportunity to let you know about Parallel Facts. It was born out of this movement. It is a platform that you can use it as a reference to good and factual news, the real news, because now we have different kinds of media being controlled by the NBC. They tell them to do this, to do not to do this, to say this and not to say that. And Parallel Facts is just going to be giving us the news the way it is. For example, if they say Tinubu peace for body, oh, now so it be. It won't be like, oh, the president had a water spilled on me. No, he peace for body, now so it go be. So, sir, watch out for Parallel Facts. You can follow it. It's a place you can refer to as a source of fact, good news. It is what it is. If they're not sugarcoating it, they tell you the way it is. It might come late, but it's true. Thank you so much. Back to you now, Saddam.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I've been ah, God have mercy. Thank you, sir, for joining us. I think let me just introduce my co-host, one of us that is here, N6. To bring him up here has been another tax on itself. As in to bring you up here, N6 is more difficult than bringing P2B. I don't understand whether you're also running for presidency or you ran for presidency, but you're here right now. Please let's keep the conversation rolling, guys. A question each for a minute, for 1 minute per question. Let us we have hundreds of requests and over 4,000 questions down there in the comment section. So I don't know how you guys are going to do it, but so you're going to be here for a very long time because Obedience really want to speak with you. They want to hear you speak. Many people are banking on hearing you speak as a source of hope for them. I think I'll yield the mic right now to N6. N6, you are coming right now. Then I'll come back to our speakers. Thank you. N6, are you there? All right. I think N6 is struggling with his network still. Let's take a lady. Let's take a lady. Then I'll come back. We'll come to you, N6, if you're ready. Mombolale, you've been here for long, so we have the space in a minute, please.
Good evening, Your Excellency. Thank you
Good
for
evening, my
joining us
sister.
here. Right. So initially I was going to ask a question, but then, I know you're a man of faith. You have described your journey as being one of with the grace of God and a miracle in itself. And so I was listening out to the Holy Spirit, and it came to me that I needed to read out Psalm 91, because I know that you're not telling
Very
us all
good
you're going
Psalm.
through. It is indeed. I am reading the
Very good Psalm.
amplified version, and it speaks to the security of the one who trusts in the Lord. It
Yes.
says, verse 1, he who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will remain secure and rest in the shadow of the Almighty, whose power no enemy can withstand. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God in
And
whom I
he,
trust, with confidence and on whom I rely. For he will save you from the trap of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you and completely protect you with his pinions, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness is a shield and a wall. You will not be afraid of the terror of night, nor of the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilence that stalks in darkness, nor of the destruction, sudden death that lays waste at noon. 1,000 may fall at your side and 10,000 at your right hand, but danger will not come near you. You will only be a spectator as you look on with your eyes and witness the divine repayment of the wicked as you watch safely from the shelter of the Most High, because you have made the Lord, who is your refuge and my refuge, even the Most High, your dwelling place. No evil will befall you, sir, nor will any plague come near your tent, for he will command his angels in regards to you to protect and defend and guard you in all your ways of obedience and service. I'll say that again: to protect and defend and guard you in all your ways of obedience and service. They will lift you up in their hands so that you do not even strike your foot against a stone. You will tread upon the lion and the cobra, the young lion and the serpent. You will trample underfoot, because he has set his love on you. Therefore, he will save you. I will set him securely on high, because he knows my name. He will set you securely on high, sir, because he knows your name. He confidently trusts and relies on God, knowing you will never abandon him, no ever. You will call upon God and he will answer you. You will be with him in trouble. He will be with you in trouble. He will rescue you and honor you. With a long life will he satisfy you, and he will let you see his salvation. Amen. Thank you, sir. That was all I wanted to share.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you. When you said that, I said a very strong psalm, and I assure you, we're all here by his grace. It is by his grace. That's why I said that those who abuse power are abusing grace of God. Whatever we are in life is by his grace, and you cannot afford to abuse his grace. And I assure you, this is our journey. We will succeed by his grace.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. That was worth it. That was a wonderful prayer there. Okay, let's keep the conversation rolling. Mr. Joe Obedient, you have the space in a minute, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sam. Good day, Your Excellency. Good evening. It's an honor speaking to you. Happy 1 year anniversary in Labour Party. You have done the unthinkable, the nearly impossible. I'll be very quick. My first thing to say is, please, Excellency, I don't know if it's safe for you to do it, but please open more exposure for us like you did with the oil test. I'm sure you have a lot of other information of things going wrong in Nigerian economy. more exposés like you did with the oil theft, the level of oil theft. There is a lot happening in Nigerian economy that we don't know. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I am asking that you should please help us with more exposés, informations you have about things going wrong in the economy that we, general masses, don't have access to or don't know about, or we have been ignorant about, because that was a very small at the beginning, but it was very deep and it exposed a lot.
No, definitely. You know, I say every day that it's a criminalized system. You know, and that is why you see us politicians juggling and paying any amount of money for position, doing all sorts of things, killing and maiming people, doing all sorts of things too. If it is going to work, the level of aggression, the expenditure, and everything would drastically reduce. And that is why we must have a process that is transparent, because once that starts, that will be begin of building a new Nigeria that will solve this problem. All these problems we're going through. So thank you. I will continue in that direction. Now it's like I'm focused on this trial. When it's true, either way, we'll continue.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Let's take a lady right now. I will be skipping it. One guy, one lady. Next, so I'm bringing up someone that I will describe as one of your top soldiers on social media. She goes, when I mean literal war, she goes to war, defending you on her own against a whole lot of enemies that come after you. So and yesterday was her birthday, so I promised her that you're going to wish her happy birthday, and she's here.
Oh, you would have given me. I wish you can even send me a number and everything so that I can send it personally to her, but
let her speak. Let her speak. Probably you can wish happy birthday to her directly. Thank you, sir. Distinguished Oluchi, you have the space. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. My name is Oluchi.
Good evening, my sister.
And I'm dialing in from the United States. I'm a big fan. I don't even know what to say right now. Like, I'm so excited talking to you. I've been telling everyone on the timeline, like, I'm definitely going to pass out if I say hello to you. But it's such an honor being here talking to you. And I've never had to speak to any leader in Nigeria. You don't understand what you're doing for us right now. We love you, Peter Obi, and we're solidly behind you. Wherever you go, whatever you want, whatever it is, just let us know. We love you. Now, I just have one question, and this is concerning the incident that happened at the UK airport. I have been worried about that incident, especially the fact that it happened after Festus Keyamo said that they're going to match Labour Party propaganda to propaganda, and then suddenly we had the news that someone cloned your identity. So my question is, how are you handling that incident, and how would you prevent that from happening? Is the UK government cooperating with you to make sure that this does not repeat? Is there someone in custody? Is there any form of case going on? I'm just so curious about this, sir.
Let me, on behalf of the Obidient family, most sincerely congratulate you on your birthday. I know it was yesterday, but we're still on the even month. So our sincere congratulations. May God Almighty, who have been with you, bless you all this while, grant you many more healthy, fruitful, and happy years.
Thank you, sir.
And continue to bless you always.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. It means a lot to me. Thank you.
So for what happens, my sister was very surprising to me. I've been to the UK this year at least 4 times. When I went to Chatham House, when I was invited by the UK government, when I went to America, because before the elections, I was invited at the State House and tasting. So I always passed through the UK. So it was a surprising thing to me to appear before. I've lived there, of course, for years. Still own a property there because that's where I lived before I became governor. And for me to appear at the airport and you were asked to sit down, I was surprised. But all this happened within